it's recording. What's up, y'all? It's Queen KDK. And this, see you just getting freshened up, a little bit ready and set here on this video for y'all to watch and enjoy. And apparently, it's already been going on for a minute and 17 seconds. The video already been recorded. What's up, ladies, gentlemen, world, universe? It's your girl, Queen KZK, the one always doing her thing, even when she ain't on her too fade. She always doing her thing, Queen KZK with the pretty white teeth. You know who I am, you know who I am today. Everybody know I'm gonna slay. They gonna know me today, that Queen Crazy K. Now, with that being said, with that being joined, thank you guys for watching and tuning in, y'all. You see, I'm getting all freshened up here, trying to hit up this video for y'all. You seen on my last video, if you guys haven't already seen it, I did a new thing I'm starting now. It is Monday Night Raw commentary slash reaction is how I analyze my version, like what I would say on commentary on the Monday Night Raw. Now it's officially on Netflix, and also I got my Raw comics playlist that I'm doing after Raw went out there. It's the Raw results, but me making my own Raw comics on as well into a playlist, and also I'm doing the predictions, for the page and the story and the highlights, like things like this that you can watch, that you can see, and that you can enjoy. Thank you guys who already been watching, liking, sharing, and commenting, following, subscribing on these platinum forms right here. You see it all. I'm gonna show you right here in a minute. See it right there. Thank you guys who already been watching, liking, following, subscribing, sharing on Instagram, YouTube channel, add me on Snapchat, even hit up the TikTok. There are the platinum forms right there for you guys. Go ahead, take a picture of it, visualize it, write it down, take a video of it, acknowledge it. Those are the platforms where you can see my other updations on the stories or daily basis, or just me, or in general different videos and updations I do on the daily basis or weekly or monthly. All that into a year. Everything you need to know, want to know, and more, like podcasts as I do, and things like playlists like this. You can check out my before and after thoughts. Before and after that podcast, whole entire playlist for you guys to watch and enjoy. Make sure you like it and you comment on it. You share and you subscribe to my channel. Check out more podcasts as my latest podcast. As the podcast playlist. As my latest podcast, which is right here. For you guys to see and enjoy. And it covers over the whole entire month that episodes and podcasts did different photos and videos entertaining. That's why it's like over an hour and 38 minutes, because it's over a month of the Monday Night Raw episodes and podcasts and videos all into one video. I collided. You can check out that before and after that podcast for the rest of my podcasts, because I'll be doing a podcast for this coming week. After, watch Monday Night Raw, I'll be doing those exclusives like the page and the stories right here that you can check out. You can check out my page and my stories, because that's where you'll find my, like tonight's SmackDown prediction, and of course those platinum forums where you will watch and you can subscribe and you can follow and you can like and comment and share. Hit me up on those social medias, because that's where I'll be interacting, like making my comments and my thoughts on certain things, like commenting on SmackDown, and then I interact and give y'all shout outs when you interact with me on there as well. And also the TikTok, everything you see on TikTok, you can see on Instagram page story, and that's at me on that Snapchat. Make a lot of friends on there. I do it all the time, talk to you daily, see what's up and what's happening. You can basically go on that Snapchat and add me if you want to make it special. I don't know. I guess you could say shout out or fan mail, and I would give y'all shout outs when I go on Instagram, like SmackDown commentary, the space stories where I do those predictions and podcasts. And that before and after that podcast, my latest videos, or the current videos, and the last one that I did I like this playlist I was talking about in the beginning here. Where to go? Here we go. Right here it is. Monday Night Raw comments, but I'm gonna change it to WWE comments by Krazy K, because I will do not only comments on Monday Night Raw, but also comments like tonight on SmackDown and comments on tomorrow's Saturday main event. Which you want to take out those pages and those stories I showed you for the predictions of SmackDown and Saturday main event before Monday Night Raw prediction. You want to check out the commentaries on those platinum forums where you would follow that I showed you. Take a picture, write it down, analyze it, where you can follow and get updates and subscribe. You can also like and comment too to give me your opinion and thoughts. So just Snapchat, we can kind of like send out fan mail, or just if you got something to say, keep it positive, keep it good, keep the energy running, and keep it cool, keep it together. Inviting the world and the universe to join in on this, support me and my channel up, growing and let it grow up a little bit, expand it to everybody to know. You need to know one more. WWE fans basically is what it is, but also entertaining, funny, and freestyle music is also thrown in there with the page and story highlights freestyle. You see it in the descriptions below and my videos as well. So, well, there's other podcasts because I'll be doing a following podcast as well coming up, and of course my Instagram highlights of different page and story that I'll be posting like on the weekend. With those comments too, with the videos of SmackDown like results tonight, I'll be making a SmackDown comment. So now it's gonna be called WWE Comics. I just wanted to see if it was something like a playlist that was gonna be interesting, people to zoom in on the playlist and not just the videos, in particularly like the freestyles and the finishes and things like that, and podcasts that you can see right there. Had a little bit of shining on in the beginning. I can zoom in a little bit, see that. And then this is my latest now, Raw comments, so go ahead and watch and check that out, which is right here. And you can see my Raw comments that I did, that I done, and then I'll be doing the like SmackDown comic results tonight as well as the Raw comments, and then you'll be also seeing my Saturday main event, which will take place in San Antonio, Texas this weekend. Commentary. You'll be seeing my comic of Saturday main event. And then this, what this video is my WWE commentary and reactions. So whether I'm watching it and I'm commentating as it goes, or whether I already watched it, like this is I did last 3 weeks. So I was filling in all the updations on the social platinums where you can hit me up at, follow and subscribe at. I was hitting the music and the freestyles are out now, the playlists and acknowledgments like I just got through going on scanning through right here. Those are over the last 3 weeks of Monday Night Raw. I analyzed it while I watched it. You guys saw me analyze it while I watched it and giving updates and inputs like the Royal Rumble coming up, Elimination Chamber coming up. Next thing we know, it'll be WrestleMania 1 and 2 hitting us up in April in the springtime. And I talked to the Hall of Famers, legendaries, my own experience, which you can watch my Raw and SmackDown WWE live videos on my page and my story that I showed you. If you want to watch it and change that, also the freestyles, the album playlist, I'll check them out. My other podcasts, because new podcasts will be coming up after Monday Night Raw, and also my predictions like tonight's SmackDown will be coming up, and also the commentary on those platinum forums where you can guys get a shout out coming up, and also when I watch it is now called WWE Comics, because I'll be doing is where I put the results of SmackDown or Raw, but I make it into my own comments. It's a new thing on the playlist that I started doing. This video, like I did the 3 week, go back and watch this one. It's over an hour and 54 minutes and 31 seconds. It is called WWE Commentary / Reaction. So it's me commentating it while I watch it, or me just reaction from me watching it. It was over 3 weeks ago, so you can imagine I already watched it. It was me reacting, but what I would say on commentary team, that's my first video right there that I created and that I've done. You can watch and check that out on the playlist right there. And then this is going to be over the 2 weeks that will be added to that playlist. You can check out of Monday Night Raw commentary, me analyzing what I would say in the commentary and also just reacting to it. This one though is just going to be me straight up just reacting to it. I already took my photos and that I'm going to be showing y'all as I'm talking about the match. You can obviously watch on Netflix. commentary that you can check out my commentary playlist I just showed you, and analyzation, which is just this right here is just me reacting to it again. Not make it as long as I did right there. So, with that being said, now it fills you on the blanks and the social platinums. You know where to follow me at, where to watch it at, where to like on those playlists, what's coming up, content. So go ahead and share and subscribe. Again, Green Day, super easy with support me on channel. These are the platinum 4s, but also this is where you were subscribed at as well. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit them like buttons, not just watching it, comment and subscribe and analyze it, because a lot of you guys are watching but not like interacting. So while you're watching it, make sure you like it and interact with it. You also comment and you subscribe and you follow to those other platinums so you don't miss out on updations. Follow me on Instagram so you don't miss out on entertainment. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube, you don't miss out on other playlists that I just created, like the comic playlist. I'm doing the SmackDown comic tonight, and then I'll be doing the commentary of Raw after Monday Night Raw, this coming Monday Night Raw, and I'll also be doing my podcast over the week. So check those other podcasts out. Commentary Raws, predictions. If you don't want to miss the predictions, SmackDown, which is entertaining. Also the comments where you guys can get a shout when you follow me on those platinum forums, subscribe and like to keep it going for the podcasts and the commentary Raw and like things like this. This is going to be a reaction of 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw in San Jose, California, which I got some nieces and nephews and a brother and sister-in-law that live over in California. So shout out to San Jose, California, the hometown of Bailey, who's now a part of Monday Night Raw, that I was talking about a little bit, getting ahead of myself, talking about it last week, but it's okay because you already know that this is past tense, so you already know what's up and what's going on. So it wasn't like a spoiler. And that we'll be heading to San Antonio, Texas this week. It was Saturday main event. I've been to there too when my brother graduated in the Air Force, been in it 6 years. He's out of it now, and my sister-in-law is serving in the Air Force. I did JRTC myself when I was in high school. So shout out to the men and women putting their lives on the line, that have put their lives on the line and currently serving our country right now, USA. That's the way to do it, and that's the way to go. All due respect to them. And that's what I was talking about, that United States Women's Championship belt. It's just as much fun. The men's United States Championship chess agreement is heard it proud as United States champion, as well as I like to say that John Cena held the men's United States Championship. Really proud and really well. Now we got Chelsea Green, our women's United States champion. So shout out to the men and women from the USA, putting it proudly around SmackDown and the main line. Of course, the wrestling and the athletes, that's just as brave and tougher. So with that being said, as well as that, I've also talked about how on top of that, it's going to be this weekend main event. I think this main event Saturday is going to be a lot better than the last one, so I'll be happy to predict it, and I'll be happy to, comment, shout out to you guys if you guys interact through Instagram and watch it. I'll be happy to show a comment, do a comic on it. So I think it's going to be a lot better. I remember I went to San Antonio, Texas, went to Six Flags. It was enjoyable. Had some great water parks, fun Six Flags. Went to the JRTC, got to do that in high school, and I got to go to the military bases because my brother was in the Air Force. He served in the Air Force, so I got to do that and acknowledge it. It was really awesome. It was really great. It was a great experience when I went there. I got to go back there. That my sister-in-law is currently serving in the Air Force right now. So I got to experience that. It was fun. I can't wait to see what Saturday main event holds in San Antonio, Texas. I would do the predictions, check out the playlist page, and I'll, comment. Just when I say those commentary, that's just me reacting to it. It's basically just giving y'all an opportunity. If you comment or like or whatever, I will just give you, I like to take pictures and screenshot it so I can give y'all a shout out. That's my way of giving you a shout out in the video. Whether me talking it or you just watch the video. And then I watch and do the results of SmackDown, I'm going to put my own comments on it. It's really funny and entertaining and, for you. So it'll be on that comic playlist now called WWE Comic Playlist by Krazy. So you're not confused what it is. I had to change the name on it. I just wanted to see if anybody was interested in, comics now that they got movies and shows and stuff. they were watching stuff. So that's why I named it that, to give it a test. And it worked, it accomplished. So thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Give yourself a round of call back with that. Thank you guys for that. Shout out to you guys for watching it and checking it out. And shout out even more to y'all who are going to rewatch it, so you can like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Really appreciate those who already have been riding with me, liking and comment, subscribing, and those of you who are building in and inviting the rest of y'all to go ahead and subscribe and build up this channel, build up these videos, these entertainments. I like doing it for you guys, so I want you guys to enjoy watching it and observing it, and show the same eye-to-eye energy. So with that being said, let's jump into commentary / reaction. 2 weeks ago, San Jose, California, on Monday Night Raw. So 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw on Netflix in San Jose, California, we had, it's picking up, reflecting on the Raw premiere, which I said is like an early WrestleMania treat. I really liked it. I really enjoyed that. That definitely, which how it goes, we was in Hollywood, kids. Los Angeles was holding it down for the Monday Night Raw premiere, and I was glad to do the commentary. I was glad to do my commentary / reaction to the Raw premiere. It was an early WrestleMania. I really enjoyed that. And I talked about, family living over in California. Talked about last week, 2 weeks ago in San Jose, California, that we got Bailey now from California. Now officially on Monday Night Raw. It's their hometown, San Jose. One of our horse swimming families now part of Monday Night Raw that I talked about. My niece, nephew, my sister, and my brother, my sister-in-law over there in California right now. Shout out to them. And also the military base, just wanted to get that out there, what was happening, what was going on. Shout out to that. And holding these U.S. titles really well on the Raw and SmackDown, that's important to do that. That, with that being said, of course, the upcoming events, the upcoming videos, and entertainment playlists and things like that. Let's kick off. We had Monday Night Raw kicking it off with one who's not afraid to get on that mic and tell you like it is, one who's not afraid to open up his mouth if he feels something, to speak on something that he's not afraid what he's thinking, to say it out loud, what he's feeling, to let you know how he's feeling, where he's saying it or speaking what he's thinking, and gets on that microphone, commentary or live, you name it all. We got the one and only, never afraid to put his words out to the public. Not afraid to say it. Cult personality, best in the world, CM Punk. Opening it up Monday Night Raw last week, setting the record straight, what he's already accomplished, getting all this barrier to now what his future holds for himself. So now we got CM Punk here, letting everybody know, hey, he won the Hell in a Cell match, right? He came and got an injury. He was on the WrestleMania commentary after he had got that injury. And he won that Hell in a Cell match to protect his family against Drew McIntyre. He stood his grounds. Everybody chanted CM Punk and said what he's already acknowledged people who are questioning what he's here for on Monday Night Raw multiple times. He's won that match to protect his family against Drew on the Hell in a Cell, that burden. He's gotten brawl fights. He's done commentary. He's gotten on that mic. He's gotten to beat Seth Rollins, one of the greatest to ever do it, last week on Raw. Now he's focused on winning the Royal Rumble as he's entered in the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble. Go to WrestleMania, become champion. And that's where CM Punk's head is, right here, right now. Congratulations to CM Punk, wanting to show that he's the best in the world. And do what he says he's going to do. Win the Royal Rumble, go to WrestleMania, become WWE champion. And make a statement, not only saying what his intentions are, but also following it up as he's done that. So, along with that being said, as he's accomplished and he's done that, then we also got the other man I was talking about. Man that he beat last week, But he's one of the best to ever do it. He is the visionary. He is the revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. He's been holding it down. He's done a lot of great things around there. He's done a lot of great things since he's came to the WWE. He's done a lot of great things. He's one of a kind. You can't forget about why we sing his song, Still Burning It Down, with Seth freaking Rollins, letting you know in the record straight who he is and that he's not afraid. He's not going to make any excuses. He's not going to go down like that. He's not going to whine about it. He's not going to cry. He's not going to hide. He's not going to, oh, I lost this, make excuses. He's straight up out there like a man, showing you exactly the results. He asked for it, and he got the match. He got the brawl. Like, he won the brawl fight, stirring it up with CM Punk. CM Punk won the match. They constantly, taking shots and setting the right, whether it was a promo, whether it was CM Punk doing a promo by himself or Seth Rollins doing a promo by himself, whether it was, through social media, through the world, or the universe, or questions, or platinums, or anything like that, being asked or being acknowledged. Seth and CM Punk left the record and the world straight. Calling each other out, saying real personal stuff that's been going on between each other, and now to Seth Rollins being the world champion and carrying it on his broken back as world champion, Raw, SmackDown, WWE, NXT, you name it all. That's how Seth Rollins was feeling, as well as that injured arm that CM Punk was still on WrestleMania commentary, but CM Punk was letting the record straight, coming out recovery, handling this. Drew McIntyre's protecting his family, winning at Hell in a Cell, putting that burden aside. That Seth freaking Rollins also beat Drew McIntyre, who had a chip on his shoulder, showing you he's still the man around. He's still Seth freaking Rollins. Just like everyone sings with the song with Seth freaking Rollins, as well as we'll chant CM Punk, the face of the man art of Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And that's where we're at right here, right now. And we're not forgetting that. That CM Punk says, hey, I feel like I'm doing something because I beat you in that match, just like Seth Rollins was doing something because he beat you in the brawl fight. And while you're moving on to win the Royal Rumble, go to WrestleMania, win the championship, Seth's already won the Royal Rumble, Seth's already made it at WrestleMania, Seth's already became champion. So I see their eye to eye. Like I said last week, I see that on my last video, I see that they're neck and neck. That they got just as much accomplishments as the next guy, like I was talking about CM Punk. He had the injured elbows throughout there on WrestleMania, killing the commentary. Seth got a broken back, still world champion, Raw, SmackDown, WWE, NXT, defending it, showing why he's literally carrying the company on his back. He killed it for 10 years, while you were gone, and you guys did your brawl fight, you did your match. You got something you want to accomplish, something Seth did accomplish. You got, these burdens, you knocked this burden, Drew off the back. Whether it was the Hell in a Cell, the singles action match, and now you got it right here, the Royal Rumble, with Seth Rollins is also involved, looking forward to knock CM Punk's dream out to get his revenge at the Royal Rumble, as well as CM Punk looking to get one over Seth. Either way it goes, Seth's already won the Royal Rumble, he's already made it in WrestleMania, he's already became champion, so he's already accomplished that. No matter what happens at the Royal Rumble, Seth's already accomplished it. CM Punk tosses him over, Seth's already done it. If Seth eliminates CM Punk, it's definitely going to call a brood in a fight, and it's definitely going to cause CM Punk to want Seth Rollins. I think it'll become like a last man standing no disqualification match where they can just beat the living hell out of each other all up and down the whole arena, backstage, off stage, you name it all, until we got one man, one alpha standing tall. We got the MPV of Seth Rollins in that match, the winner of that match, CM Punk. We got Seth Rollins won the brawl, call out, and CM Punk won the fight match. Seth Rollins was the MPV. They both knocked this burden, Drew off their shoulders. They're both looking forward to the Royal Rumble, to WrestleMania, the biggest stage of them all, where they work so hard all year round. All the WWE superstars come together to win this final moment and this opportunity. That's where CM Punk's head is. This is where Seth Rollins' head is. And that's what I think about them individually and together. And that's where we're at right there. CM Punk looking forward to win the Royal Rumble. Go to WrestleMania. Seth Rollins looking forward to end his dreams at the Royal Rumble. If Seth eliminates CM Punk, it's going to cause a last man standing or no disqualification match. Definitely, CM Punk and Seth feud will continue to bring that fire to the red brand. Raw is war, Raw is red. That's what I think is going to happen with that match. As far as Seth winning that match over Drew, CM Punk winning that match over Drew, who decided to come out there. Drew McIntyre's had this chip on his shoulder. And like I said, I think Drew McIntyre just needs to go over and have his, you want to confirm Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre's should confirm Roman Reigns on SmackDown like Seth and CM Punk are keeping the fire up over here on Monday Night Raw. I think that's what's going to happen as we look forward to the Royal Rumble. CM Punk and Seth on Raw after the Royal Rumble. And Drew McIntyre's to the Royal Rumble, so I think he needs to go on Drew and with the Royal Rumble needs to go on SmackDown with Roman Reigns, as well as CM Punk and Seth will go with each other after the Royal Rumble on Monday Night Raw. So that's why I see it as, that's where I feel it as, that's where I remain that settlement as far as that situation goes. So, speaking of Alpha, dominates, wanting the world and the universe to see something, making a statement, whether it's words or action. We got Chad Garrison wanting the world to compare him to a Hall of Famer, a legendary, a Olympian gold medalist with the Broken Nets, former Raw manager Kurt Angle, world champion, tag team champions Kurt Angle, that Chad Garrison wants the acknowledgement as he wants that lined up with Chad Garrison. Wants that acknowledgement from the world, from himself, as he wants the universe. He wants the world to see the accomplishment as Kurt Angle, but now he wants the universe to acknowledge him. And the world is saying, you suck. Got the wrestling skills in there. He's got the championship skills in there. He's got the athletics skills in there. Just doing whatever it takes, physicality or mentality. Well, wasn't his lucky night. We have the newcomer who brings the high flying, the quickness, the speed, the strength, the athletics, what we all want to not only sit and watch and enjoy because of the quickness that he has, because of the technique that makes us, react like, oh crap, what's happening, what's going on, but also makes us fly out of our seat. And he's a high flyer, Lucha Underground, former champion, the second best to ever do it, because we can't forget about the Hall of Famer, the legendary Rey Mysterio, as the #1 Lucha Underground here on Monday Night Raw, who's now debut in Monday Night Raw. His name is Penta. A far at Monday Night Raw, knocking off Chad Garrison and letting the W Universe what he is and what he's made of, bringing that Lucha Underground. Fun to watch, entertaining to watch, dominating, destructive. He has that heart, telling the WWE world what's on his mind. He's got that athletic skill, winning that matchup with Chad Garrison, making his Raw debut known with high flying that you can only see with Lucha Underground former champions like Penta. Hall of Fame legendary Rey Mysterio being the #1 alpha, being the #1 Lucha Underground would be Rey Mysterio. #2, bringing just as much quick and speed and won his first match debut on Raw, it'd bring you Penta. Telling the W Universe and the world, putting him on notice what he is and where his head at is. We're going to see and acknowledge that Lucha Underground Penta on Monday Night Raw officially, and I think that he's that second Lucha Underground has been brought to Raw because of Penta, along with Rey Mysterio, who holds the #1 spot. So, as far as that goes, we're seeing, Prince Puma, aka Ricochet, former United States champion, former tag team champions on the AEW right now. We're seeing that with him on there. I liked watching him on the Lucha Underground. I liked, obviously, the #1 Hall of Fame legendary former champion, world champion, tag team champions, and Royal Rumble winner, since we were just talking about the Royal Rumble, and the Royal Rumble is right around the corner. That would be Rey Mysterio, who was in the Raw crowd on the Raw premiere, and the Royal Rumble coming up here in like 2 weeks now. I believe it's 2 weeks now. It's already almost February. So where Penta, the second, is bringing that Lucha Underground to Monday Night Raw officially. You're gonna want to watch him. You're gonna want to see him. You're gonna jump out of your seats. You're gonna get your popcorn, your drinks, and you're gonna get a show. You're gonna get entertainment. And on top of that, he won the match against Chad. And on top of that, he let the world know what's happening, what's going on in his mind and his brain, what he's thinking, and what's to come. And we better see it. And that's what he did. He showed us better than he could tell us. So I hope that I get to go to a Monday Night Raw event this year and experience a Lucha Underground live like Penta. I thought it was great seeing Rey Mysterio bring that Lucha Underground when I got to see him multiple times in the past. Growing up seeing him wrestle, I got to see him live multiple times. So it's like I got to go to Lucha Underground live. I'm going to really get a Lucha Underground live with Penta. So I think he brings a lot of greatness to the entertainment to the table. And I like watching guys like him fly all over the ring and entertain and strength and got that heart and that desire. And also at the same time, the athletic skills, because that's what World Wrestling Entertainment's all about. So I would love to see that Lucha Underground. That I got to experience it from the Hall of Famer like Rey Mysterio to now a future legendary Lucha Underground Penta. I would like to see that live in Raw. I was talking about how I got to experience the horsewomen and how I experienced, the commentary, the referees, the different brands. Lucha Underground with Penta would be a new team. I got to experience like NXT and Raw and SmackDown and in honor of like legends and other brands. And I got to experience legends like Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, John Cena, grow up seeing them live wrestle, as well as legends I talk about on the podcast. I got to experience like, groups and dominations live. That I talked about that in the horsewomen and stuff, so I would love to see that Lucha Underground Penta live. That's what I like to see. Then when I wanted to be a wrestler, like the mask, because you can go out there and show people what you're made of, and they could judge you over what you can do than judging a book by its cover, because they couldn't see your face and they couldn't see. So I like that I was gonna be a part of, like, ooh, where does that come from? Where does it go? I learned the legacy of it. I learned the history of it watching Lucha Underground. That obviously it's respect as a family, it's respect as an individual and as a superstar. And I was like, I like the mask. Like, that's what started Rey Mysterio, because you couldn't judge him a look by its cover. You had to judge him by what you see, because you couldn't see his face and stuff. So I really liked that and what he brought to the table and stuff. And now he's a Hall of Famer, legendary, and done it all. Done great things around here and done so. Now we got, I think, Lucha Underground. I talked about how Raw and SmackDown was crossing over with NXT, and NXT was crossing over Raw and SmackDown, mixing up how I think Roxanne will be a part of Monday Night Raw, along with Bayley, a new official part of Monday Night Raw. To start that storyline and feud, we got Rhea Ripley, our Women's World Champion, to now. I think that brings in new storylines for her and Nia Jax. It looks like she might be a part of Monday Night Raw. To now, that's what brings Sunside to Monday Night Raw, bringing that Lucha Underground into it. Talk about more wrestling, professional brands, and now bringing it all into one. And it's only Monday Night Raw, and you can see things and great things like that. Now it's colliding together, becoming bigger, becoming stronger, becoming more intense, becoming a dominator. So I really like that. I enjoy that. And I hope I get to see Vince live, because he's a high flyer, class, athletic skills, and there's only so many superstars that can do it. And there's very few that can do it great. He does it fantastic. I was happy to see him debut on Raw, because I like Lucha Underground, and I was happy that he won that match against Chad and let the world know who doesn't know who he is with words, giving that respect. But also, if you didn't know, you got to see that match and enjoy it and keep up and keep going. So he's definitely going to be one we're going to see more of. Definitely going to be one people are watching, paying attention to, want to see, and definitely one the world is on notice who he is and experience and see. And he damn sure gave them a show and showed his heart out there, what he's made of. So Toodles, and a crown to Penta. So, with that being said, speaking of, greatness, acknowledgement, I talked about dominance, like Hall of Famers and legendaries and individual breakout superstars. I talked about legends and groups. I talked about dominance in groups. So let's talk about a once upon a time dominated group, and that would bring us to the Judgment Day. Judgment Day was once upon a time one of the most dominated groups on Monday Night Raw. Now, they're not so dominated anymore. They went from dominating people, destroying people by showing them better than they can tell them who they are around here, to playing video games on the couch. They went from winning matches to losing matches. They went from holding all the gold to none of them holding any gold. They went from having a woman like Rhea Ripley and a man like Priest, holding them together to I see them falling apart anytime now. We got the War Raiders on Raw, World Tag Team Champions over Finn Balor and JD. I think that Liv Morgan and Raquel, this is what I was talking about. If Nia Jax is a part of Monday Night Raw with Bayley, that brings, I think, Roxanne. We're going to find out if Roxanne comes over with Bayley on Monday Night Raw. We got Bayley on Raw, and we got Charlotte Flair coming back on SmackDown. If Roxanne comes over to Raw, as well as Nia Jax coming to Raw, that would bring Raquel and Liv to SmackDown with our SmackDown Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, our Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, and we got Bayley on Raw as our Horsewoman SmackDown, Horsewoman Charlotte Flair going to return to SmackDown. If Nia Jax is coming over to the Raw brand along with, that would make Roxanne Raw. I think Liv and Raquel are going to move over to the SmackDown brand, and which will give maybe Dominic that baby face, since the New Day is the newest hatest team right now, to uplift himself as an individual superstar, which I think Finn Balor is a former Intercontinental Champion, former United States Champion, former Universal Champion, Tag Team Champions, leader of this Judgment Day group, wants to go AWA and wants to go a singles superstar competitor, which would bring, I think, Monday Night Raw should really make a mascot, and it should definitely be Khalil to entertain, to enjoy, and not because it's a funny, he's a joke or anything, but I think him being a mascot, entertaining the world and the universe would be something he's more comfortable with, and something that people would really like and enjoy. You got the NFLs and basketball teams got the mascot. Why not have a mascot and be Khalil to do something that people like and enjoy, rather than, just getting shoved in the background? We see Roxanne come over to Raw. We got Bayley or Horsewoman on Raw, which means we got Charlotte to return on SmackDown on Raw. We already got that official and on to go. We got Rhea Ripley, our Women's World Champion. We got Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown Women's Champion. So if we had Sparks, and Nia has been on Monday Night Raw since Nia has been working on there. If Nia is a part of Raw, Roxanne comes over, go with Bayley in the feud of Raw. Nia comes on Raw to feud with Rhea. We got a couple of feuds on Raw and a couple girls on Raw, which means I think that puts Liv and Raquel over to SmackDown with Bianca Belair and Naomi, maybe Tag Team Women's Champions going on. Plus, we got a feud about what's going on with Jade on Raw, which leaves that open spot if Becky comes back on Raw. So we got the If returns, the official superstar on Raw, and also the feuds around SmackDown. That's why it makes sense. So I think they should really make a Raw mascot, and it should be Khalil giving people apples, just making them laugh and enjoy. I don't know if he would, Raw would make a mascot, if Khalil would be interested in enjoying that and, himself doing that. And then I see the baby face of Dominic coming out, now that New Day is the most hated as an individual superstar, which gives Shady and Finn Balor either a tag team to be in the tag team division. You got New Day, the Alpha, and then it would be the Judgment. With those two, they change their name maybe as a tag team. The War Raiders or Raw Tag Team Champions to now their individual tag teams. As far as that goes, to the women being broken up into Raw and SmackDown, bringing some feuds. We got United States champion over there, we got Intercontinental champion over here, women's and world champion. We got horsewomen on both of them. We got the possibly returns and matches, possibly NXT crossing. We got Lucha Underground crowd. Everything happening and going on so fast. Then we have our Raw mascot. By the way, if any of those ideas happen, I told you so. I told you so. This is why you should watch my prediction and tell me. I got great ideas, and it makes sense, and it's what the world wants to see and enjoy. By the way, where's my money if you make it? Where's my money? I'm counting. But I think this is a really good idea. I think it'll be entertainment. I think that we'll all love it and we'll all enjoy it, and it's something different, something new. Talk about the Superstar Raw and SmackDown shake-up. You know, you already seen the feuds and the sparks. Bring Roxy on the Raw. You seen the return of the horsewomen. That's official. Put those women on the Raw and SmackDown, you know. Break it up a little bit, something that works. We've seen the humorous, the comedy. Put them on mascot. We got this tag team going on. Make it official. Gotta bring our tag team, our Raw women's division, our SmackDown women's division, Intercontinental Championship, United States opportunity for individual women. Tag team for the men and women, sparking it up on Raw and SmackDown. Talk about, you know, championships and individuals and brand shakeups and the superstar being happy, and then that's just icing on the cake with the mascot. So I think that would be really cool and enjoy and really cool to see, and I think that, yeah, it could be a good idea and people would dig it. People would really get down. Speaking of getting down, Raw and SmackDown tag teams sparking, individual sparking, championships, perhaps women's and newest. We got on Monday Night Raw a great thing happening and going on. It is the Great White Shark, the Celtic Warrior, former world champion, tag team champion, former, now current. We got Fight Night with Sheamus on Monday Night Raw, picking up his victory over Lauren. Now, Lauren has been Kaiser Lauren. He has been an individual superstar since breaking up with Gunther. He has won matches on WWE Live. He has made statement on Monday Night Raw, whether it was the microphone or winning his singles action on WWE Live, main event and singles actions, climbing his way as a rising individual superstar. I think he's doing a well job that on Monday Night Raw, but of course Sheamus reminding him as a former World Heavyweight Champion, Tag Team Champions, who the Celtic Warrior on Fight Night. Sheamus picks up the victory. Now I think Krazy is doing well as a breakout superstar on Raw. As far as winning singles action, he's doing great. And Sheamus, of course, with the Celtic Warrior workout and trade, reminding that he can still pick up singles action victory on Raw and hold a Celtic Warrior workout show, as well as Krazy, a breakout superstar, making his appearance and also his words match up to what he says into actions and matches, which would also bring the pushing, the shoving, the getting in the face to a former two-time Intercontinental Champion. He's a former NXT champion, he's a former Intercontinental Champion. He has got Hall of Famers, legendary like Stern as his uncle. He's a second generation. He's a former NXT champion in general. And he's also a former Intercontinental Champion who let the dogs out, no other than Braun Baker. Bringing that dog out on Monday Night Raw to the Celtic Warriors. Sheamus wanting a fight night. Well, guess what? Sheamus wants a fight night, wins that victory, right? Over Lauren, right? Warwick still got that singles rising superstar winning singles actions on main event Raw and SmackDown. Sheamus has got that rising, still doing the Celtic War workout, winning singles actions, not forgetting on top of, hey, I could run a Celtic War workout show and still win individual matches on Raw. Krazy, I can win a superstar. I can go out there, Krazy's out there speaking to the world and the universe, whether you like it or not, and backing it up, winning a singles action match. He's an upcoming breakout superstar. He talks to you, and he backs it up winning matches. So whether you like it or not, he's an upcoming breakout superstar. Sheamus winning the Celtic War, right, workouts, and still winning individual singles action matches on Raw, make a statement who he is and who's been here first, along with the newcomers, the rookies. Talk about the respect of the ones that have been here to the new individual rookies, to the new breakout stars, to the new. Now we got Sheamus winning a fight night with Braun Baker. Braun Baker, honestly, like I said, former NXT champion. He's second generation Intercontinental former champion. He's up, rising star here on Monday Night Raw, breaking bones, breaking skulls, doing his thing, showing up here, showing his face that he wants a fight and a match, shoving Sheamus get in his face that he's ready for that match, to let the dogs off the leashes, to let the dogs loose in that ring. He wants to go with Braun Baker to the singles action. He wants to go toe-to-toe. A brawl fight night with the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, and Sheamus is damn well earned, and he's ready for it. Not gonna let anybody put his hands on him and get away with it, and nor is Braun Baker sewing in his face. Braun Baker is a breakout superstar of 2024 on Monday Night Raw, as well as this new breakout superstar, Krazy, is 2025 on Monday Night Raw. Now Sheamus, the original Raw, as a superstar, former world champion. That's where we're at, and that's what I was talking about. The rookies and the breakout superstars and the currents getting the same amount of opportunities and respect. That I love that was what's happening and what's going on here. And speaking of, respect, superstars that been here, I talked about Seth Rollins and CM Punk in the beginning of Monday Night Raw, why he picked up that victory and Drew, where his head's out now, why CM Punk picked up that victory over Seth, now where his head out with the Royal Rumble coming up and it's around the corner. Let's talk about Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn. We got Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn here. Sami Zayn, a former Intercontinental champion, NXT champion. Seth Rollins, the first ever NXT champion. He's also a former World Heavyweight Champion. Seth freaking Rollins bringing it up, bringing it out. He's former Intercontinental champion as well. They got a lot in common. Former tag team champs. Dominated with Seth Rollins in the Shield. Sami Zayn was dominated with the Bloodline group. And that's where this fuse lies, that Seth Rollins is moving forward to the Royal Rumble around the corner to WrestleMania. He's trying to get the CM Punk situation under control, this Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Sami Zayn's like, all right, I see the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, but his head is making sure him and Seth are cool and they're friends and they're eye to eye, trying to help Seth and have his back in that Drew McIntyre's match, which was all good and dandy until Drew McIntyre's played his card right, twisted it up a little bit. We got CM Punk moving on to the Royal Rumble. Moving on to WrestleMania Championship. That's where his head's at. We got Seth, who wants to knock CM Punk out, in that current as the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. We got Sami Zayn, who got that friendship, who wants to keep that friendship with Seth Rollins, knocking off The Miz in a seamless action as a former Intercontinental champion. And that's where I'm like, if the Judgment Day is falling apart, I see Liv and Raquel going to SmackDown if Roxy and I is on Raw, right? I see Dominic becoming breakouts, on his own babyface since the Judgment. Now the New Day is the most hated team, the most hated superstar now on Raw. I see the mascot happening for Khalil. I see the tag team happening for JD and Finn in the tag team division. We got the New Day over there. We got the War Raiders or Raw tag team champions that took it from the Judgment Day. Now we got this dominating team, the Testimonies. Now that's The Miz has lost that match against Sami Zayn. Where's Karrion Kross gonna be with The Miz as far as the Testimony team? Is it gonna be, angry that The Miz came up short against Sami Zayn? Or are they just gonna be the most dominant Testimony team? That's the only team that'll be left on Monday Night Raw. That's That's the question right there. If this Judgment Day breaks up like I'm talking about, this SmackDown tag team and mascot singles action, all that, is the testimony as the new dominated team, including The Miz? Or are they going to be, is Karen Cross mad that The Miz came up short against Sami Zayn, who won that match and won that fight against The Miz? Sami Zayn wins the match against The Miz, hoping him and Seth are still friends. Seth like, I don't know, Sami got this friend, I got this Team Punk to worry about. Team Punk's like, I got this Royal Rumble WrestleMania, I'm done with Seth. This is where their heads and their minds are. We got the Judgment Day, who I think everybody can see it happening in conspiracy, which means the testimonies, are you dominate with or without The Miz? That's where it lies. It's more important attacking The Miz because he came up short of being the most dominant team now in Raw. Making his statements and championships and moves and opportunities happen. Or just, a group of dominators. So that's where we're at, and that's where we land with that. And speaking of dominators and former champions, Intercontinental champion and dominators and movers and moving on and different things in different situations. I talked about how CM Punk is moving on from being Drew to now wanting to win the Royal Rumble. I talked about Seth beat Drew, moving on to want to impact the Royal Rumble once more in the CM Punk feud and stretch out on Raw. I talked about Sami Zayn knocking it out of the park, winning over The Miz, and now this dominant team with the testimony of Judgment Day falling apart, to now where Sami Zayn wants to be world champion, that he wants an opportunity. He said that, he's been champion, he's done these great things. Now he wants to be world champion, which will bring me to Jey Uso and Gunther. Gunther is our current dominant champion. He has knocked every opponent and down. He has been a dominated world champion since he's came over to the WWE. Came over to the WWE, beat men in matches throughout Monday Night Raw and singles action. He's also been dominated world champion. Krazy being an upright superstar, Gunther being a world champion, has got this. The only man I could say that he honestly didn't beat, that he didn't pin both times, Finn Balor was the one that got involved, is Damian Priest. That's one man that he hasn't beat. But one man that he undergoes, that he thinks he's going to be, is a former best ever Raw and SmackDown tag team champions in WWE history. He's a former individual Intercontinental champion. Got everybody yeeting with main event. Jey Uso, who's been knocking down barricades, owning his name and owning his name as an individual superstar on main event now every Monday Night Raw. We eating with Jey Uso as an individual superstar, as a competitor, seeing what he is and what he's made of by himself outside of the dominating group, the Bloodline, outside of beating Roman Reigns when everybody else thought he was just the right-hand man, that he's a man of his own, being, hey, I'm the younger brother, but I can also knock out the big brother too, being a former Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and now breaking out as an individual since he came to Raw. Got the Survivor Series thing happening, handling fan base, handling domination, handling the team match. Now he's been like, I've been an Intercontinental champion as an individual to show you that I can win a singles action competitor match for the championship belt, and now everybody on Monday Night Raw is eating with main event Jey Uso, who is ready to knock off Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship belt, for the World Championship belt, not Intercontinental. I got ahead of myself a little bit there. But the thing is with Gunther, he thinks he's already won the World Championship belt over Jey Uso, and Jey Uso knocked Gunther on his butt, bloody face and all, had a little bit of a lip bleed. Jey Uso knocking Gunther out to show it doesn't matter if you're still world champion against me. You gonna know my name, Jey Uso. You gonna respect me. Knocking him on his butt with bloody lip and all. Gunther had no words. But I won twice. So you may have run the brawl and I won the singles action, but I won twice. Is in what Gunther's head right now. In main event, Jey Uso wants Gunther to know who he is and respect him. Taking that World Championship belt this Saturday in San Antonio, Texas at main event, Jey Uso wants to main event that Saturday as world champion over Gunther to get that barrier off of his name, off of his shoulder, and that's where his head is right now. That's where Jey Uso sees and where his mind is right now. And of course, making his statement loud and clear with both words and physicality. So that's what we see Jey Uso right now. And I think he could win the world championship belt against Gunther as far as this match on Saturday main event. Let's not forget other people getting involved in this match, that he would be world champion. So let's not forget that he knocked Gunther on his butt to respect his name. He made his statement clear, just like Gunther disrespected and made his statement clear. Main event Jey Uso made his statement clear who he is. That's why everybody heating with Jey Uso, because they know who he is. That's why he's former Intercontinental champion, because he already proved that. He already knocked over the barriers, being the younger brother, being the alpha man. He already knocked off Roman Reigns saying, I'm more than just a right-hand man. He already knocked off the older brother saying the younger brother could do it too. He already knocked out the bloodline, the dominant team, being an individual. That's why everybody heating with main event Jey Uso as the individual now. He's already got that on lockdown. Now with him being former Intercontinental champion, he put some respect just like your current world champion. He knocked you on your butt to earn some respect from you, to make you realize who he is. Let alone this Saturday for the world championship, closing it on the day. That would just be icing on the cake to show that he can and he is going to do it. So with all that being said, speaking of championships, I spoke of the new Intercontinental Women's Champion, and that would be Lara being our new Intercontinental Women's Champion on Monday Night Raw. We had this tournament, we had dominance, we had all kinds of things going on. I talked about Chelsea Green as our new United States Women's Champion on the SmackDown brand currently right now. Now we got our new first ever in women's history Intercontinental Women's Champion. Lara, like all this happened, we have War Raiders, our World Tag Team Champions on Monday Night Raw. We got our new United States in history of the women's division, United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green on the SmackDown brand. And now we got our new Intercontinental Women's Champion, first ever in history, Lara, who won it, showed up, and showed out, and wearing it proud as our new Intercontinental Women's Champion. We got Lara right now getting the respect not only from the world and the universe as she's Intercontinental Women's Champion, worked her way in this tournament. She's a former NXT Women's Champion. Now she's a current Intercontinental Women's Champion. She's got to get the acknowledgement of Becky Lynch, one of our Horsemen dominated. She's won individual matches on Monday Night Raw as a breakout star. She's got acknowledgement from Becky Lynch, our Horseman. She's a former NXT Women's Champion, and now she's our current first ever women's history Intercontinental Women's Champion. Put some respect on her name. Celebrated Lara. Not only being crowned by the world and the universe acknowledging her, but also a Raw manager acknowledging that and what it's a part of. And also her opponent, Dakota Kai, a former NXT Women's Champion as well, and current part of Damage Control, a dominated team of Monday Night Raw, coming together, giving her that respect, that sign of respect from one superstar to another superstar, from one former NXT champion to a former NXT champion to dominating the Damage Control, Dakota Kai, to now our current Intercontinental Women's Champion, Lara, and they're both getting acknowledged and respect from all like the Horsewomen, like Becky Lynch, and also I think Dakota Kai has been in there not only with like dominating our Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, Raquel, former NXT Women's Champion as well, that she's done some good things too, that she's been in there and been around too, and she puts some respect on our welcoming our new Intercontinental Women's Champion, just like our new World Women's Champion. Mommy is back on top, and Mommy is back as the world is proud and the universe seeing Mommy is always on top. Women's World Champion. She got her man Jey Uso heating it on Monday Night Raw that she don't need to dominate. She got her Women's World Championship. Well, Mommy is back on top. Welcome to Monday Night Mommy. She also got her dignity back. Liv Morgan crushing that feud. She also did everything she said she was going to do, putting that all behind her. She got her family priest, and not the Judgment Day was falling apart. Now with mommy's back, is what she said. We welcome it to Monday Night Mommy, our women's world champion, dominating our women's division. Former Raw Women's Champion, former SmackDown Women's Champion, Tag Team Women's Champion, World Women's Champion, now current Mommy is always on top. Welcome to Monday Night Mommy, our World Women's Champion, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Acknowledging that brutality with Rhea Bloody Ripley doing it all. She's dominated the horse as well. And see Rhea the NXT Women's Champion, UK Women's Champion. She's been UK Women's Champion. Saying Rhea chanting her as NXT Women's Champion to now Raw, SmackDown Women's Champion, World Women's Champion, and now a two-time current Mommy is on top as World Women's Champion. Mommy's back. Rhea Bloody Ripley. With the world and the universe acknowledging Rhea Ripley now. Chanting Rhea Ripley. Being in the present now when we see Rhea Ripley. And speaking of, was in San Jose, California, the hometown where she lives and where she's from, a former Women's Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, Grand Slam Women's Champion, Tag Team Women's Champion as well. One of the horsewomen. Let's welcome our new member back on Monday Night Raw officially. It's no other than Bayley. Clapping it up and cheering it up back on Monday Night Raw, who's done it all and done great things and opportunities as well that I was talking about with our current celebrating our Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley, fight by side. Now, I was talking about these feuds with Roxanne possibly coming over to Monday Night Raw for Bayley and Roxanne's feud to be on Monday Night Raw, as it's been brought up in the call-outs and the brawl fights and the matches. But look how Rhea Ripley trying to get her championship belt. And Bayley is acting like she wants the world. She's like, trying to crown Rhea as Women's World Champion that already beat Nia Elimination Chamber. I don't want to know why Nia's out here. Or are you trying to grab it for yourself, who you also beat Nia Jax, who Tiffany took the SmackDown Women's Champion belt from, to smiling it off at Rhea like nothing's happening and nothing's going on. Rhea's our Women's World Champion, who's being Nia Jax, getting the respect from Bayley, who also won this Survivor Series match. She also gotten, look how Bayley's looking at Rhea Ripley's World Women's Championship after that Survivor Series friendly tag match, helping, they both beating Nia, getting rid of this burden. Nia Jax, she's got a chip on her shoulder. But look how Bayley is eyeing Rhea Ripley's championship belt. Look how Bayley's like, we're friends, we're cool, but I think Bayley wants that championship belt. You can see the look in her eye, the smile on her face. She's proud of Rhea, but she wants next in line. I could definitely see Bayley being the next one for Rhea for that Women's World Championship belt, the way that she's eyeing her, that she wants that smoke, she wants that fight, she wants to look at Rhea Ripley. With Rhea Ripley. Not only perhaps this Roxanne and Bayley feud on Monday Night Raw happened, but maybe Bayley will be starting up with Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship belt next in line. As far as that goes, it could be a friendly competition with Rhea and Bayley being friends, but one woman walking out Women's World Champion, or possibly it could be Bayley turning on Rhea for that Women's World Championship belt. But I guess we'll find out. First, we need to see what's going on with this Bayley and Roxanne. Is Roxanne coming to Raw to continue this Bayley feud? And is Rhea Ripley's World Women's Championship belt? She's got Nia Jax. I think we're going to settle it with Roxanne coming over to Raw with this Bayley feud, and maybe Nia Jax coming over to Raw wanting to smoke with Rhea. And then we'll see about the Rhea Ripley and Bayley for the Women's World Championship belt chance and opportunity. So I think that's where it's leading as far as right here, right now. And that would end up with, speaking of feud that I talked about, Liv and Rhea, let's talk about the main event feud finally coming to an end, at least right now, with Finn Balor thinking of a way to come out here and get the best of Damian Priest. Cost him his Intercontinental Champions belt. This is what I was talking about, that he's the one why Gunther was champion. Gunther has been dominating the other superstars, has been champion over the other superstars, but Gunther has not beaten Priest without the help of Finn Balor. And Finn Balor has been constantly with Judgment Day getting involved. You see, you got JD getting involved. You got Damian Priest having to knock off JD constantly in brawl fights on Raw, or a championship match. He's also had to do the same thing with Khalil here. He's also had to do the same thing with Braun fights and matches. He's also had to knock off Priest. Not only did he win against Finn Balor to make up for him costing his champion's belt, he would have ended Finn Balor once and for all in this dominating, destructive cater, in this destructive match. No matter how many steel chairs you stuck inside of that match, how many commentaries you put in there, how many dominations on the cards and everything else, Damian Priest came on top to end, finally once and for all, Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw, currently right now, to get that burden off his chest. So now, is it over to him and Finn, or does Finn got something else up his sleeve? And either way, I think Priest is ready. I think Priest is ready and prepared and ready to go and pop it. So, that would be the end of this. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, follow, and subscribe, and also share on the other social media platforms, as well as YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and right here on the channel and everything. In case you missed it in the beginning, I was showing now. That's it. That's all, folks. Be sure to watch, like, follow, share, subscribe on those platforms. It's going to be on the SmackDown and Raw predictions. That's all we do, SmackDown predictions tonight. My other commentary, shout out to you through Instagram. Check out and subscribe to my YouTube for this and my other Monday Night Raw commentary / reaction, as this was week 3. This is for week 2 commentary reaction. So also add me on Snap chat as well if you got any questions or anything like that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And that'll be the end of this video. Queen Krazy out. Peace.